All right, welcome to Rob Schmitt tonight. Maybe the most surprising news we've heard this week was Joe Biden reportedly telling Al Sharpton that he's actually going to run for re-election. If you have a half a brain, you're probably skeptical of all of this. Even if Biden really said it, it's almost impossible to believe that he was actually being honest and not simply trying to portray strength and unity before the midterms. In Ohio, Senate candidate Tim Ryan is caught up in a very tight race with J.D. Vance. Ryan wants nothing to do with Joe Biden.
I'm guessing you're not inviting the president to join you here in the campaign trail anytime soon?
No, I am not.
No, I am not. That doesn't really sound too good, does it? And the moderates want nothing to do with Joe Biden, but the wackos don't either. Today, Good Morning America and The View, in an attempt to eviscerate whatever's left of ABC's credibility, had Congresswoman Cori Bush on for softball interviews and the shameless promotion of her new incredibly awful book. Now, Cori Bush is a St. Louis congresswoman who's been screaming defund the police for the past several years, while also bragging about how much money she spends on her own personal security. You'd think Cori Bush would love Joe Biden, right? Because he spends all of his time capitulating to her and her supporters. But as it happens, eviscerating this country in the name of equity as well as climate change has not gotten Joe Biden anywhere with even the outer fringes of his party. Take a listen.
He's our president right now. He has experience. He has qualifications. I won't say if he's best or if he's not. I'll just say this. He has the qualifications to run.
Okay. Biden's pandering doesn't even win the support of Cori Bush? How embarrassing is that? By the way, there were no questions in either of those interviews about Cori's crucial role in eviscerating the critical relationship her community has with police and the thousands of inner-city deaths that we witnessed in this country since then. So Cori Bush could help her party secure more power. No questions about that, of course, from ABC. Last night on Stephen Colbert's unwatchable show, endlessly corrupt Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi predicted Democrats would sweep the midterms. Take a look.
I believe that we will win hold the House, and we will hold the House by winning more seats.
Pelosi trying to help her party save face, as even CNN has been forced to admit that this midterm election should be a slaughter for the political party that has systematically destroyed this country over the last 2 years and appears to be singularly focused on equity, which, of course, is the left's new euphemism for Marxism. Take a look.
The issue that is most important to you, whatever it is, which party do you trust the most?
That's exactly right. You can say anything that you want to. If you're scared of clowns, you could say that's the most important issue. And on the issue that Americans say is most important to them, who do they trust more? They trust the Republican Party more to handle by a 48% to 37% margin. This is a huge gap, John.
It's a huge gap. The scary thing is, though, as a Gallup poll indicates, Republicans have the largest prosperity advantage they've seen since 1994. Establishment Republican ire for Donald Trump and the candidates that he supports could hurt their chances of taking back any kind of serious power here in 5 weeks. There has been speculation about whether Mitch McConnell and company are leaving MAGA candidates out to dry. We spent the afternoon investigating that after seeing so many articles written about it and a lot of speculation. There is at least one Senate race that does seem winnable that the GOP is currently abandoning. In Arizona, Blake Masters is trailing incumbent Mark Kelly by less than 5 points in most polls. It is a toss-up, according to Real Clear Politics, and Masters will have the headwinds of Kari Lake as well, who is expected to win the governor's race. So why exactly did Mitch McConnell pull Blake Masters' funding 5 weeks before the election? As the Washington Post reported a couple weeks ago, $10 million in ads, $10 million pulled out of Arizona in a very tight race. Now, does McConnell see something that we don't, or is it because Blake Masters has publicly said that he would not support Mitch McConnell as leader of Senate Republicans? With the abortion drama happening in Georgia right now with Herschel Walker, Arizona just got a lot more important. Imagine if Blake Masters loses by a handful of votes after $10 million in ad funding was taken from him 6-7 weeks before the election. Ohio is another major race, this one even more winnable. Right now, J.D. Vance is ahead. The RCP average, a single point. J.D. Vance in the lead. And that's despite J.D. being dramatically outspent. In recent weeks, a McConnell-linked PAC finally got some money to J.D. Vance, but it was a very slow start. Vance treaded water for months, a close race that maybe didn't have to be this close. The New York Times said it best: even when Trump endorses nobody, GOP voters go far to the right. Now, obviously, that's a headline designed to scare Democrats, and the verbiage of it is ridiculous. But the point remains, far right means populism, the new kind of politics Republicans like. It means government accountability. It means candidates who will stop this country from being dragged to the left, as it has been so dramatically since LBJ.